Today, on November 13th, something sacred has shifted around you, my beloved child. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but your soul has already felt it. There is a person whose heart quietly chose you, even with the age difference that others might question. God wants you to hear this without distraction, so don't move, don't scroll, just stay with me. From the very first moment their eyes met yours, something inside them changed in a way they never expected. It wasn't planned, it wasn't logical, and it certainly wasn't something they went searching for. Yet your presence became a calm place in their chaos, a soft light in a world that had started to feel dull and heavy. They tried to treat you like everyone else, to act normal, to keep conversations simple, but deep down a storm of feelings had already begun. Every time you spoke, the rhythm of their heart subtly shifted. Every smile you gave lingered in their mind long after you walked away. Even the smallest word from you replayed in their thoughts as if heaven pressed it on repeat. The world might look at the years between you and whisper judgments, but heaven does not. To God, time is not a barrier to love. It is only a tool for divine timing. Stay till the end of this message, because what I'm about to reveal will reshape what you believe about connection, destiny, and love that is guided from above. When they first saw you, something ancient and holy stirred in their spirit. They tried to reason it away, telling themselves, "This can't be right, this can't be possible." Yet their soul kept softly speaking your name in silence. You may have noticed it too, those moments when their presence felt unusually comforting, when your heart felt strangely safe around them, when a quiet spark lit up inside you while you were just talking. That was never random, it was divine alignment in motion, a gentle echo of two souls recognizing one another beyond age, beyond logic, beyond what people call normal. The reason God allowed this connection into your life isn't to throw you into confusion or chaos. It is to heal parts of you that forgot how worthy you are. This person was sent as a reminder that your heart is rare, precious, and irreplaceable, and that someone sees you not as an option, but as a miracle in human form.
Something big is unfolding around you, and you are not imagining it. Don't look away now. The one who fell in love with you has watched you quietly from a distance, not like an obsession, but like someone watching a sunrise they're afraid to disturb. They see your strength, how you continue to smile even when life has weighed heavy on your shoulders, and that quiet resilience is exactly what broke their walls open. They may be older or younger, but their soul recognizes yours as if it's seen you before, in another time, another place. It's not the years between you that matter, it's the lifetimes that connect you. That's why when your eyes meet, it sometimes feels like déjà vu, as if you're remembering rather than discovering them. This is because your souls have crossed paths before. They're not just a stranger you met by chance. They are a mirror reflecting back parts of you that you forgot existed. And tonight, as November 13th unfolds, a sign is being prepared for you. Something small, subtle, yet powerful enough to confirm what you've been silently sensing. Maybe it will be a message, a song, a dream, a memory, or a sudden wave of emotion that makes your heart pause. It will be heaven's way of whispering, "Yes, this is real. Yes, this is for you. Don't skip this." Their silence up to now hasn't meant that they don't care. They've been scared. Scared of the depth of what they feel, scared of being judged for the age difference, scared that if they come closer, they might lose you altogether. But love like this cannot stay hidden and buried forever. Divine timing is shifting now, pushing everything forward. They've replayed your conversations more times than they'd ever admit. Your laughter makes them smile in empty rooms, and your silence makes their chest ache in ways they don't understand how to explain. When you walked away that one time, they pretended it was nothing, but inside their heart, it felt like losing home. Because to them, that's what you are, home in human form, a place where their soul can finally rest.
Stay with me, my child, because this isn't just another pretty story about attraction. This is divine orchestration. Every delay, every pause in communication, every moment of distance was not a rejection, it was preparation. Heaven has been carefully aligning both of you softening hearts, healing wounds, and clearing paths so that when this love finally steps fully into the light, it won't be fragile or temporary. It will be something that lasts. When they first tried to walk away from what they felt, it wasn't because you weren't enough. It was because the feeling was too much, too real, too intense, too sacred. They told themselves to move on, to forget, to focus on other things, but every attempt led their heart back to the same place. You. Their soul refused to let go, even when their mind tried to be practical. That's why, even in your quiet moments, you sometimes feel them. A sudden warmth in your chest, a strange calm when you think of them, a vision of their face appearing in your mind out of nowhere. That's not your imagination, it's the spiritual connection between you two, stirring, breathing, calling you both toward alignment. God didn't bring this love into your life to leave you confused forever. The purpose of this connection is healing, awakening, and reminding you both what real love feels like. They see past your outer strength into the places where you've been hurt, unnoticed, misunderstood. They notice how you care for others even when you're weary, how you keep giving even when you feel empty, and that depth is what made them fall. You didn't have to impress them. You didn't need to prove anything. You simply existed, and that was enough to awaken something sacred in them. They may have walked away for a season pretending they were fine, but deep down they never stopped carrying you in their heart. When the world turns quiet, when night stretches long, when the rain taps against the window, that's when they feel it the most. You. Your laughter, your voice, your eyes, replaying like a secret film that only they get to see.
This love is not weak. It has been tested by judgment, distance, confusion, and silence, and yet it has refused to die. Instead, it is transformed, matured, and deepened. But now, the season of waiting is starting to end. God is gently realigning everything so that your paths cross again, not accidentally, not awkwardly, but naturally and beautifully. The next time you meet will not be random. It will be destiny quietly revealing itself. Stay till the end of this message, because when that moment comes, so many things that once hurt will finally make sense. The sleepless nights where you felt an ache you couldn't explain, the unanswered prayers where you asked God why certain people walked away, the restless longing you carried without knowing exactly what you were longing for. All of it has been guiding you toward one breathtaking realization. This person was chosen to play a divine role in your life long before you understood what love really meant. And when they finally open their heart and speak, it won't sound like a dramatic movie confession. It will sound like peace. It'll feel like a deep exhale after years of holding your breath. You might not even need many words. Their eyes will speak first, filled with honesty, vulnerability, and a softness that tells you everything. Don't move now. Don't scroll. Because what is written for you cannot be stolen, delayed forever, or erased by other people's opinions. The next heartbeat you notice, the next unexplainable calm that washes over you, could be the shift that marks the beginning of a new chapter in your story. This message is not meant to make you chase anyone. It's meant to remind you that divine love doesn't chase, it aligns. And alignment is already happening behind the scenes in ways neither of you can fully see.
Stay with me, because what's unfolding is rare. Not everyone gets to experience a love that transcends age, logic, and fear. But you do, because this love was written in heaven. They look at you and don't just see a face they're attracted to, they see a lifetime. They see your strength and your innocence woven together in a way that makes them want to protect you and honor you. They've watched you fight invisible battles. They've sensed your tiredness under your smile. They've noticed how you light up other people's lives, even when your own heart feels dim. And that's what captured them. That's what made their love grow from a small spark into a steady flame. Sometimes, when they closed their eyes, they returned to the first moment you met. Time froze. Something inside them whispered, "Remember this." That memory became a safe place they revisit when the world feels too heavy. They may look calm on the outside, but inside, that moment is replaying over and over again like a cherished scene. Stay till the end, because the universe is preparing to send you signs that this connection is not over, it is awakening. You might hear a song that feels like it was written for your story. You might dream of them in a way that feels too real to ignore. You might see their name, their initials, or a familiar symbol at strange, perfectly timed moments. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that this love still lives beneath the surface, waiting for the time that God has chosen. This is not just a crush, not just a fleeting phase. This is soul recognition. They haven't been holding back out of disinterest, but out of respect. For you, for timing, for the process. They know that when something is divine, there is no need to rush. But even patience has its turning point, and that turning point is drawing closer than you realize.
Stay with me, my beloved, and don't let your mind wander into fear. The next time your paths cross, it won't feel like meeting someone new. It will feel like remembering someone you've known forever. Their eyes will carry stories they never told you. Their presence will feel strangely familiar and deeply safe. In their silence, you will hear everything they were afraid to say. And in that moment, you'll understand that it was never truly about age, distance, or other people's opinions. It was always about two souls that needed time to grow into the love they were destined to hold. Something deep inside you already knows this isn't ordinary. It feels fated, carved into time itself, as if this connection was written long before your paths ever crossed on Earth. The energy between you two isn't random. It's a calling. This is why they can't fully let go, no matter how hard they try to distract themselves. They've spent nights replaying the sound of your voice, the way your energy softens a room, the small things you probably don't realize anyone notices. They've tried to explain it to others, but no one really understands because it's not something that makes sense logically. It is spiritual. It is deeper than words. They admire your strength, your patience, your quiet courage. They know you've been through things that you rarely speak about, but they've seen the traces of those battles in your eyes. Instead of pushing them away, these scars draw them closer, because they see beauty in your resilience. This isn't fantasy. This is a love of truth, not illusion. And heaven has been working silently to shift circumstances around you both. They are not the same person they were when they first met you. Your kindness transformed them. Your absence refined them. Your memory humbled them. Now, as November 13th moves through your timeline, it doesn't arrive as just another date. It arrives as a signal in the spirit.
Tonight, something powerful is being released into your story. You might feel it as warmth in your chest, as a calm that doesn't make sense, or even as a sudden urge to pray or reflect. Whatever it is, it will carry a sense of quiet knowing. That's heaven's way of saying, the waiting is shifting. The one who loves you has been rehearsing their words in secret. They've drafted messages and deleted them, opened chats and closed them, taken deep breaths, and then backed away at the last second. Fear has been whispering, what if this ruins everything? While their heart keeps whispering, what if this is everything? Now that inner battle is reaching its peak. Their fear of losing you is starting to outweigh their fear of being judged. They're beginning to see that silence is more painful than vulnerability. Stay till the end because the energy around you is becoming almost electric. You might feel strangely emotional in the coming hours or days, or you might sense a shift in the air, like something unseen is moving things into place. That's not your mind playing tricks, it's your soul sensing alignment. Destiny has reached the point where it no longer wants to whisper, it wants to act. They've realized that age does not measure love, spirit does. They've stopped asking, "What will people say?" and started asking, "What is God saying?" And in that shift, courage is being born. Everything that once felt like an obstacle, years, distance, timing, is slowly transforming into a bridge, a way for this connection to step into the light with greater strength and clarity than before. They are being led back toward you, not out of desperation, but out of divine timing. Both of you have grown, changed, and learned. Separateness wasn't punishment, it was training. Now heaven is quietly calling for reunion, not rushed, not chaotic, but harmonious.
Stay with me. Don't move away from these words, because what comes next is important. The universe is preparing a path where your next interaction will feel too aligned to be random. It may start with something small, a simple, "Hey, how have you been?" A reaction to something you post, a call you weren't expecting, or a meeting that seems accidental. But behind that simple doorway will be months, maybe years of unsaid emotion. They've been carrying your name like a quiet prayer, whispering it in their thoughts when life felt heavy, holding on to memories of you when they felt alone. Even when they laughed with others, part of their heart was still with you. They told themselves, "I'll let this go," but real love doesn't slip away that easily. It doesn't disappear. It transforms, matures, and waits for a better time. And now that time is drawing near. You've felt strange waves of nostalgia, haven't you? Songs suddenly hitting different, places reminding you of them, old conversations resurfacing in your mind for no obvious reason. These are spiritual signals that the connection is reawakening, that your hearts are syncing again. Stay till the end, because this love is not returning in the same form. It's coming back stronger, wiser, calmer. They've learned what it feels like to live without your presence, and they don't want that emptiness anymore. They've realized that no matter how far they go, there's a part of their journey that always circles back to you. Heaven has been repeating patterns, sending signs, strengthening the spiritual thread between you two, not to confuse you, but to confirm that this story isn't finished. It's about to enter a new chapter, one where love gets to breathe in the open instead of hiding in the shadows.
Don't scroll, my child. Listen to this carefully. The universe rarely repeats such clear signals without purpose. The way their name keeps showing up, the way you feel their energy even when you haven't spoken, the subtle pull you sense at odd times. This is not madness, it's connection. Heaven is rewriting your story with intentional detail. When they return, it will not be to play games or test waters. They are coming back with a different heart, one softened by lessons, matured by time, and humbled by the realization that what they felt for you was never ordinary. They'll speak from a place of clarity, not confusion. They'll tell you that they tried to move on, but everything reminded them of you, that no one else felt like home, that your presence wasn't just another chapter, it was the entire storyline that made their life make sense. When they speak, you'll see the truth reflected in their eyes. No performance, no manipulation, just raw honesty. Stay till the end because your patience is not being ignored. Heaven has seen your quiet endurance, your tears that no one else saw, your prayers that felt like they were floating in silence. Those prayers were never wasted. They were watering the roots of something that had to grow in hidden soil first. What once seemed delayed is now being delivered in divine timing. The same God who allowed silence is now opening doors. The same universe that allowed distance is now drawing paths together. This is both closure and beginning in one. Closure from the old patterns of confusion and beginning of a love that stands on stronger ground. You are not crazy for still feeling the pull. Your soul simply recognizes a bond that your mind is still trying to fully understand.
Stay with me till the very last word, because this is where everything connects. The one who fell in love with you, even with the age difference, even with the distance, even with their own fear, has reached the place where they can no longer hide what heaven has written on their heart. From the first moment your souls crossed, something sacred began to form in the unseen. Every challenge, every delay, every quiet season has been shaping both of you for this exact moment in time. This is the season of revelation. They are about to cross paths with you again, not as the person who ran, but as the person who finally understands. You may receive a simple message that carries more weight than it appears. You may see them and feel the air shift around you, a deep stillness in your spirit, as if heaven itself just leaned in. That will be your confirmation. This is it. They will tell you that they tried to move on, but that no one else made their soul feel alive like you did. That you weren't just a brief moment. They discovered you were the meaning behind so many unnamed feelings. When you look into their eyes, you'll see all of it: the regret, the tenderness, the love that never left. Your patience is about to be crowned with clarity. What once felt like endless waiting will suddenly make sense as preparation. You were both being refined for a love that doesn't just start fast and burn out, but grows steady and stays. The 13th of November will not just be another date on the calendar. It will be the marker of a shift, a night when heaven quietly turned a page in your story, not with loud fireworks, but with holy stillness. And when you finally stand face to face with them again, you'll realize it was never truly about age, timing, or fear. It was always about two souls remembering each other in a world that tried to make them forget. What's meant for you is not running away. It's aligning. And alignment, my beloved, has already begun.